Hello, fire signs. It's Ruby with Ruby's Lighthouse Tarot. How is everybody doing today? I'm sure you can hear the yard noise out there because people are doing stuff on their lawn and I think they're trimming trees or something. So it is what it is, but I wanted to get the readings out for you guys rather than not doing them. So we're choosing to just ignore the noise. All right, we're just going to give into it. All right, so this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aries, Leo, Sag, okay? So you can have this anywhere in your chart with any of these signs. So most of us have some sort of fire in our chart. So something in this story, in the future title, might resonate for you, okay? This could also resonate for somebody important in your life. So I want to get right to the message, but first, if you guys are interested in a private reading with moi, please look in the description box and you can find my information there. Thank you so much for everyone who I got a donation today. Anybody who wants to contribute, I really appreciate you, and I will be using it to get some more decks. Yay! All right, so guys, they showed me this really beautiful scene for you from Hook. It was from like 1991 with Robin Williams in it. Okay, so first of all, there's this scene where he's like laughing and screaming, and I just see him doing this. So Peter Banning, who is Peter Pan, right? In the story, it's right when he like succumbs to being like, I believe in fairies, and he's like clapping, and I'm just seeing that scene, okay? But the one that they want me to read to you is towards the end of the movie, and so I have it pulled up on my iPad. So Peter is sitting at the Peter Pan statue, and he sees Tinkerbell show up there, and he goes, Tink, and she goes, say it, Peter, say it and mean it. And he says, I believe in fairies, right? And she said, you know that place between sleep and awake, that place where you still remember dreaming? And he nods. And she says, that's where I'll always love you, Peter Pan. That's where I'll be waiting. And I'm getting goosebumps. So there's something magical that's getting ready to manifest or come in. And guys, I've been getting that message. I was seeing you guys come up as like the unicorn. I think Pisces came up as a unicorn when I was doing their reading a few days ago. And then we also had just this magical fairy type energy. So like fairy lights, twinkling, believing in magic. Those are all messages that I've been getting all week. Okay, guys? So that could give you a little hint on if this reading is for you. Also, I pulled the Rose Thread Oracle out here, and we had been getting this Rose Thread card. Well, it came out again. Okay, so the Rose Thread is about following the thread of your soul, essentially. Following your soul, trusting the guidance that your soul is giving. So when it comes to this Libra and full moon that's coming up on the 12th, what that is really about is it's about balance. Libra is about balance in relationships. So you giving versus receiving, you self-focus versus making everyone else happy, okay? So when it comes to your story, Aries, Leo, Sag, fire signs, this is about you trusting you and your own guidance. But what they were really, really, really wanting to show me was the crowning card. Okay. So I'm going to read it for you guys, and hopefully this resonates. So it stands for initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, and a seat at the table. Okay. There comes a time when the flower knows that it can no longer remain in the protective constraints of the bud. Somehow, it needs to trust in the birthing energy and surrender to the unknown of the bloom. The same birthing energy exists within all of nature and in birth, both physical and metaphorical. It's an initiation for the mother as well as the child, who transitions from the water world of the womb to a whole new one on earth. This is a card of crossing thresholds and walking through the gates of initiation, which requires great courage and faith. There are rolling contractions, and it's almost always not straightforward. As we transition from one thing to another, we're called to burst through the constraints of the seed and then the certainty of the bud, so that something new can bloom from within. We're always birthing something, and deep inside we know that the only way to surrender to the initiation is to surrender to the innate power within. This power is inner, but it's also connected with the intelligence that exists within all life. It's the same energy that tells flowers when to bloom, and it was present when you grew in your mother's womb. Trust in that. It will carry you through. Surrender to what's wanting to be born through you. Life is always trying to initiate us into even more of who we truly are. So, they're also just now telling me that I need to use the card deck here from Hearts on Fire, or Souls on Fire, I'm sorry. It's a Soulful Revolution deck, and I always forget the name of it, but it's Souls on Fire, Souls on Fire. So I'm going to be using that in this reading, and there's a specific reason why they want me to use this deck, okay guys, because there's a card in here that may want to come out. It's the card that they're showing me right now. Let me see if I can pull it out here for you, if I can find it. But this is about your soul up-leveling to another place. So this is a standard tarot deck for the most part, even though it's got really cool, unique art on it. I'm not seeing the card, but this card is about up-leveling your soul, and it's the only card in this deck that's a little bit different. It's not a tarot card, it's an extra card. So sometimes when people do tarot decks, they add an extra card or two in there that has a special unique meaning. And wouldn't you know that they're just telling me that there's a purpose for that, and it's because they want to show you something. My guides are being awesome today. Oh my gosh, where is it? Oh, here it is. Raising consciousness. So this is a unique card. This always reminds me of Mary Jo, who is on Soulful Revolution. Okay, so do you believe in fairies? And we're seeing this fire energy that's coming off of this card here. And so this is about spiritually up-leveling and an initiation. You're going through a threshold with this actual full moon energy. And it just took a while. It took a while. Rolling contractions, even me finding the card, it was like one of the last 3 cards that was there. So this is about the fire within, the passions within, up-leveling like to a new timeline, a new spiritual place within yourself. You have like just hit a new level in this video game of life, right? Your soul has. And it's an initiation and a threshold into that place, okay? So I'm going to actually put this back in the deck, but I wanted you to see that because it's a literal fairy that is on that card, and I didn't put it together until my guides were telling me just now about that. So I want to find out, I am getting very strong decision type energy coming in here for you as well, guys. So it's like another path is what they're showing me. They're actually showing me the card that is in the Wild Reflections deck of, it's a woman in the card, but there's no gender in tarot, right? But she's like sitting at this place with the 2 of Wands, and she's reflecting, but she's sitting down rather than standing there, looking at 2 different options and 2 different roads that she could go down. It's a choice point, and it's a threshold onto a new life. Wow. On your own. Okay. So yeah, this is a decision that you're making on your own. My guides are literally talking to me as I'm doing this reading today for you, as I'm going through it. What else would you like to tell fire signs, please, for this full moon energy in Libra? You're getting a new perspective during this crowning. Seize every minute of this time on your own. Give up control, right? So that's what we had talked about. Like once birth has initiated, and I know this well because I've had 2 children, there's no stopping it. Okay? You can't really just like be like, I'm going to put this on pause. We're just going to wait and see what happens. I'm sure this baby will be fine just waiting around. All right? I don't know why I'm doing my New York accent there. But I'm just saying, once it initiates, it is going to go. It's going to go all the way through. This is going through this child, this new beginning, this initiation, this birth of you is coming through here. And this time on your own, Spirit is saying that they hope that you enjoyed it and enjoy every minute. Look at this girl. She's looking at these balloons and she's just basking in that moment. Do you ever remember doing that as a child, right? Like looking at yourself as your inner child and remembering those beautiful moments. I know I've used to do those at school where, on the last day of school, we would all get a balloon and we would let it go together and then we'd all watch it. We'd be like, yeah, that's so cool. Look at where mine's going. It's floating up in the clouds. How far will it go? Nobody knows. But that's like the do you believe in fairies type energy, right? Enjoy this moment. They're showing me this person again, eyes like concentrating, allowing this to come in for you. Anything else Spirit wants to tell you about what's happening here? Committing to the journey with determination, go all in for the long term. Your steadfast focus will bring lasting rewards. Okay, so you're going all in. You're committing to yourself. You're committing to you, okay? It may bring other things in. This is a gate of opportunity for something else to come in. But for you right now, you need to enjoy every moment on your own, okay? Enjoy every moment on your own. How are you showing up? What character are you showing up as for my fire signs? What character are you showing up as? A reader. So I feel like, I'm getting a lot of like spiritual retreat type energy, somebody who's taken some time back on their own to figure this out, to look at different things. This person's concentrating. They're very relaxed in a relaxed pose. And they're like looking at every single thing that they want to see here. Exploring information, seeking knowledge. All right. Okay. What else does Spirit want to say? Let's get one of these random cards here. Worth. Yeah. Okay, so they're showing me, right? Are you picking up what I'm putting down here? All right, so this is how you're getting there. Through your own self-worth. The birth canal, catching the baby. Okay? Honoring your worth. It can be so easy to feel we aren't good enough or worthy of happiness. This simply isn't the case, however. You are worthy and you have inherent value. It's time to cherish yourself and see your true worth. This new beginning is coming. Okay, so let's get a tarot card for all of you guys. Fire signs. Tell me a little bit more about this energy. Let's get one card for overall, please. Okay, so yeah, this is again your inner child. This is this realization that you're having with yourself. This is literal children. Okay, so here I am seeing some sort of a soulmate energy that is getting ready to talk to you. But there's this epiphany that is being had with this knowledge that you're seeking for yourself. You're getting your own clarity here. You're getting your own clarity about who you are, who you've always been, and who you're becoming. who you've grown into and who you're becoming. Okay. Committing to the journey will allow this commitment, future commitment, to come in for you. This can be a friendship. Okay, so this is like, I'm just seeing here kind of like, it's almost like somebody who's doing a life review of themselves. Look at where I've been, look at where I've come, looking at things from an inner child scenario. You're looking at the past before you're focusing on things from the future. Thank you, Spirit. Seven of Swords. You're looking at, I'm just really hearing where you didn't show up for yourself. Where you did not show up for yourself. What else? Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. So this is really like you coming into your own here with your energy, guys. So this is Sagittarius energy with Knight of Wands, but it really represents fire signs in general. This is who you are now. You're moving forward. You're moving into a place of complete self-abundance. It's not really a phrase, is it? But it's one of mine. Okay? So this is about you exploring your own journey. Taking the time to seize every minute, to bask in the beauty of what you have created in your life. And there is someone there waiting for you as well, but this is in the future for this person. This is a person who knows their worth. Male or female, right? Doesn't matter gender, okay? This is someone who's taking care of themselves. This is someone who has found abundance within themselves. This is someone who isn't sitting there in sort of waiting energy for anyone or needing something from someone else. It's someone who provides for themselves and they're basking in their abundance. So abundance isn't just about money. It's about so many things in our lives, right? And that's what Spirit is saying. To seize every moment, to commit to the journey on your own, and to see this clarity as you go through this crowning energy during this time, okay? Is there anything else you would like to say with, let's pull a couple tea leaves for more specific. You are a star, okay? You are a star. Guaranteed success, okay? So you could also be dealing with an Aquarius because they are the ones in the tarot that have this, that are represented by the star energy, okay? Anything else you would like to say? You should accept valid criticism. So whatever this energy is, this is about acceptance for yourself. I'm hearing not being so hard on yourself about the past. You know, have you ever looked at a picture of yourself from when you were a child and try to see it from the perspective of someone else who's looking at your picture and seeing that beautiful energy? Instead of blaming yourself and focusing on woulda, coulda, shouldas and all the things that you could have done differently, perhaps it's about acknowledging the sacred spirit that you are and stop blaming yourself for when you didn't show up for you. Okay? Because you're being initiated into this new beginning here. And the last card that came out was November. So there's something very important about that time frame, either this last November or this upcoming November that's going to be auspicious for this scenario. Okay, there were unsettled times that you dealt with. Again, we're getting another card here with February. Some sort of unsettled times. Okay. And let's see what else here. Anything else you want to tell? Yeah, you were in a void. Okay, so there's a gap in time, space, or other perception during which things are working beneath the surface. Okay? So you have been in the void, but now we're crowning. Now we're crowning, guys. Everything's getting ready to change. And so there's going to be some things balancing out with you, your relationships, how you view yourself. It's going to be a big bunch of lovely things for you. But the main thing is going to be to seize every minute, to look at things from the perspective of a beginner's mind, okay? And to try to see things from an outside perspective and try to stay in that place of believing in fairies, because anything is possible, okay? The only ones who set limitations on our lives and what can happen is ourselves, all right? So I hope something in that reading resonated for you, fire signs. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will be back on your next video. That place in between wake and sleep. That's where I'll always be.
So I'll rest within the silence, your presence my disguise. For in the dark there's always light.